बहुत कम लोग हैं जो हमारे इंडिया में फॉलो करते हैं। कोई भी रेगुलर प्रॉपर्टी हो, उस प्रॉपर्टी को हम लोग गोल्डन रेशियो के माध्यम से, जो यूनिवर्सल एनर्जी है, उसको हम लोग
Correct.
मानते
Right. So why is that hesitance still there? Why people hesitate to accept this, that yes, we have done some Vastu corrections in our house, or we have aligned our name or something like that?
हैं। This is the secret, like how I have got the results, or this is happened just because of a वास्तु person or a वास्तु consultant. सेलिब्रिटीज का एक हमारे साथ एक चैलेंज ये है कि दे डोंट वांट अस टू रिवील एनीवन बिकॉज वी
Why do you think the people from other countries have also started believing in it? And how Feng Shui and Vastu are different, or is it the same? How do both complement each other?
I mean, it's a very good question. I appreciate your question because
For plants, and they put lot of plants in their
that's the
southwest
biggest mistake
balcony.
what people are doing nowadays.
नमस्ते एवरीवन, मैं हूँ जय कृष्णवेनी, आपकी वास्तु एक्सपर्ट। हमारे इंस्पिरेशनल जर्नीज की सीरीज में आज मैं आपके लिए लेकर आई हूँ वन मोर इंस्पिरेशनल जर्नीज, एंड ही इज अ पर्सन विद स्टोर हाउस ऑफ नॉलेज, दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड से। द गेस्ट वी हैव टुडे हैज एन इमेंस knowledge of vastu, specifically the ancient and the traditional vastu, the vedic vastu which he uses. He is also into logo designing, crystals, gemstones, signature analysis. The list is endless. There are so many hidden talents in him. Let's hear it from himself. Let's all welcome Arihant Raj to our podcast today. Welcome, sir.
Namaste. Thank you.
So thank you for taking your time and coming here this morning and giving me your time.
You're most welcome.
I see that you are into so many modalities. So as I said, the powerhouse of store knowledge. I've been seeing your work for quite some time. It's really, really impressive. How did it all start, Mr. Arihant? How did you come to this field? क्या वो चीज थी जिसने आपको इस तरफ इंटरेस्ट हुआ टुवर्ड्स वास्तु और एनीथिंग?
या देखिए, मेरे पिताजी एक रियल एस्टेट एजेंट थे, एंड कभी कभी टाइम मिले तो मैं उनके साथ चले जाता था। और जब भी वो अपने क्लाइंट्स के साथ बात करते थे कि ईस्ट डायरेक्शन, वेस्ट डायरेक्शन, टॉयलेट, किचन एंड ऑल, वो थोड़ा सुनने में मुझे अच्छा लगता था।
हम्म।
और उसके बाद में मेरे 10th स्टैंडर्ड्स के बाद में, जब मैं इंटरमीडिएट कॉलेज के लिए जा रहा था, मेरे पार्ट टाइम के लिए मैं कुछ ना कुछ पार्ट टाइम जॉब या पार्ट टाइम बिजनेस ढूंढ रहा था उस समय में। तो फेंग शुई, वास्तु, उस जमाने में बहुत क्रेज था। लाफिंग बुद्धा, थ्री लेग फ्रॉग,
हम्म।
क्रिस्टल ट्रीज, कॉइन्स, चाइनीज कॉइन्स, उस तरीके से। तो मेरा एक फ्रेंड का ही एक यूनिट था, तो वहाँ से मैंने थोड़ा सामान उठाकर डोर टू डोर, जो गिफ्ट एंड आर्टिकल्स जो शॉप्स रहते थे उस समय में, आर्चिस, गैलरीज, हॉलमार्क, ऐसे काफ़ी सारे गिफ्ट एंड नॉवेल्टीज रहते थे।
जी।
तो डोर टू डोर जाकर मैं मार्केटिंग करके प्रोडक्ट्स को सप्लाई करता था। और
अच्छा।
जब मैं प्रोडक्ट को एक्सप्लेन करता था, वो लोग मेरे से पूछते थे कि ये प्रोडक्ट किस दिशा में रखना चाहिए, इसका क्या फायदा है। तो उसका जो भी नॉलेज मेरे पास था, मैंने शेयर करना शुरू कर दिया। और उसके बाद में अचानक एक 50+ ईयर्स बंदे ने क्या कहा मेरे से कि आप, आपका नॉलेज अच्छा है और लोगों को आप मदद कर रहे हो इस प्रोडक्ट्स के माध्यम से, क्यों आप कंसल्टेशन क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं।
हम्म।
तो मतलब एक छोटा सा ख्याल मेरे मन में भी आया, बट उस समय मेरा उम्र कम था, और मेरे मेरे मन में ये भी शक था कि मेरी बात कोई सुन पाएगा क्या।
जाएगा।
तो
जी।
ऐसे करके मैं पॉजिटिव नोट पे 2-3 कंसल्टेशन लिया, बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला। और ज़्यादातर लोग मुझे नहीं पहचानते हैं क्योंकि उस समय में लैंडलाइन का ज़माना था। अदरवाइज साउथ इंडिया में जितने भी ये गिफ्ट एंड नॉवेल्टीज शॉप्स थे, उसका मैं सप्लायर था, फेंगशी आइटम्स का। सिर्फ टेलीफोन में बात हुआ करता था उस समय में, एंड कुरियर एसआरएमटी में उसमें हम लोग डालते थे पूरा ट्रांसपोर्ट। तो ऐसे जाकर फिर बाद में मेरे लाइफ में काफ़ी सारे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट राउट्स मैंने लिया है, जैसे कि आई वर्क फॉर गुड एमएनसीज, विप्रो, एचसीएल एंड महेंद्र सत्यम। आई वाज इनटू सिस्टम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बेसिकली।
हम्म।
तो उसके साथ में मैं ये भी करते जा रहा था। कहीं ना कहीं मेरे को ये लगता था कि आईटी इंडस्ट्री जो है, दिस इज़ नॉट माय कप ऑफ कॉफ़ी। मेरे को सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं है उसमें। एंड आई ऑलवेज फील, अगर मैं आधा घंटा भी कोई क्लाइंट के साथ हूँ या घंटा भी कोई क्लाइंट के साथ हूँ और छोटा मोटा कंसल्टेशन करते रहा, तो उसमें जो सेटिस्फैक्शन है मेरे को आईटी कंपनी में नहीं मिलता था।
हम्म।
तो इसके वजह से मैंने अपना खुद का ब्रांड बनाया, और काफ़ी सारे मेहनत किया मैंने। और यही नहीं कि सिर्फ बुक का नॉलेज मैंने लेकर उसको एक्सपेरिमेंट करके या तो फिर उसी को मैंने फॉलो करके लोगों का मदद किया, ये नहीं कह सकता मैं। वो तो है पक्का, 25 to 30% वो नॉलेज के बगैर हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते। और बाकी का भगवान की कृपा से और मेरे जितने भी गुरुदेव हैं उनकी कृपा से मेरा जो भी नॉलेज है, उन चीज़ों को मैं एक्सपेरिमेंट करके मैं अपना खुद का सब्जेक्ट एक डेवलप किया है, जिसमें अलग अलग चीज़ों के ऊपर मैंने काम किया है, जैसे कि गोल्डन रेशियो। गोल्डन रेशियो के माध्यम से वास्तु बैलेंस करना एक सुनने के लिए भी बहुत अच्छा रहता है, और बहुत नया भी रहता है। तो गोल्डन रेशियो जो है इंडिया में फॉलो करते हैं।
फॉलो करते, यस।
हाँ। और गोल्डन रेशियो मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को भी यही सिखाता हूँ, गोल्डन रेशियो के बारे में। कोई भी इरेगुलर प्रॉपर्टी हो, उस प्रॉपर्टी को हम लोग गोल्डन रेशियो के माध्यम से, जो यूनिवर्सल एनर्जी है, उसको हम
उसका
लोग
लाइफ।
पास। दूसरा चीज ये है न्यूमरोलॉजी। न्यूमरोलॉजी तो मैं साउथ इंडिया यानी कि हमारे तेलुगु इंडस्ट्री यहाँ पर हैदराबाद में, तेलंगाना में सेलिब्रिटीज और कुछ पॉलिटिशियंस का मैं सेलिब्रिटी न्यूमरोलॉजिस्ट एंड वास्तु कंसल्टेंट हूँ। तो
Arihant ji,
भगवान की
यहाँ पे
कृपा
I
से।
want to ask you one thing. You had brought up a very interesting topic that you had worked with lot of people तेलंगाना में सेलिब्रिटीज के साथ, जो भी influential people हैं उनके साथ. What I have seen is वास्तु, एस्ट्रोलॉजी, न्यूमरोलॉजी हर कोई करता है, हर कोई बिलीव करता है, but not many people want to come forward and say that yes, we have done it. Why do you think that hesitation is still there? Because ये साइंस किसी की लाइफ इंप्रूव करने में it can bring drastic changes to anybody's life, as you have seen in your life, I have also seen in my life. So why is that hesitant still there? Why people hesitate to accept this, that yes, we have done some vastu corrections in our house, or we have aligned our name or something like that?
See, there are two things. First thing is, I can call it as a hesitation.
Mm,
Second thing is, if I tell that, this is the secret, like how I have got the results, or this is happened just because of a Vastu person or a Vastu consultant, ठीक है। तो इनका जो क्या है ना, थोड़ा इनको देखकर कोई जलन फील होना, या तो
mm.
फिर अगर मैं इनको बोलूंगा कि इसके वजह से मुझे रिजल्ट मिला है, तो आगे जाकर मैं कुछ काम दूंगा तो ये नहीं करेंगे, या तो फिर इसका घमंड बढ़ जाएगा। देखो, अलग अलग लोगों का अलग अलग
Yes,
परसेप्शन
yes.
है, बट अल्टीमेटली यू शुड
Not
डेफिनेटली
only
गिव अप योर
celebrities,
ग्रेटिट्यूड।
even common people also we come across, they don't want to come forward and share their testimonials or acknowledge that. So we always maintain the privacy of the client at
करेक्ट।
this time.
सेलिब्रिटीज का एक हमारे साथ एक चैलेंज ये है कि दे डोंट वांट अस टू रिवील एनीवन, बिकॉज वी हैव सम एग्रीमेंट्स।
Hmm.
मे बी कुछ मूवी का नाम हो, या तो फिर मूवी में कैरेक्टर्स का नाम हो, या तो फिर
Hmm.
रिलीज डेट, प्रोडक्शन डेट, या तो फिर पोस्टर रिलीज डेट, टीजर रिलीज डेट, और हीरो हीरोइन के जो नेम्स है उसकी कॉम्बिनेशंस, और क्या कहते हैं, नाम का जो फुल प्रोनोलॉजी है, या तो फिर उसका जो टोटल है, ये सारे जो कॉम्बिनेशंस है, मतलब वी विल हैव सर्टेन एग्रीमेंट्स, वी आर नॉट सपोज टू रिवील। आई
Yes,
कैन से वन थिंग दैट देर आर very famous actors and actresses also in as
yes,
my clients, including politicians. So
yes.
यहाँ पर थोड़ा लिमिटेशन हो जाता है, कभी कभार कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि हाँ, आपके वजह से ऐसा कुछ हुआ है, एंड वी विल ट्राई टू इंट्रोड्यूस। हाँ, आई हैव ऑल्सो गॉट सर्टेन रेफरेंसेस फ्रॉम द सेलिब्रिटीज। तो वो
At
सब
that time, our personal satisfaction and personal confidence gets more boost. Even they
ऑब्वियस।
don't want to reveal, but it pays off that our work has shown the result.
करेक्ट। से ये फील्ड एक ऐसा चीज है, अगर मान लो आप कोई कंपनी का एम्प्लॉय हो, तो इफ यू आर वर्किंग हार्ड, आपका मैनेजर, आपका टीम लीडर, या आपका कोई प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर होगा जो आपको आपके काम के लिए अप्रिशिएट करेगा। बट
Hmm.
इस फील्ड में आपको कोई अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेगा, एंड डोंट
Yes,
एक्सपेक्ट द अप्रिसिएशन फ्रॉम एनीवन। अगर
yes,
कोई क्लाइंट आपको रिव्यू दे रहा है, या तो फिर क्लाइंट आपसे सेटिस्फाइड है, दैट इज लाइक ए 5 स्टार रेटिंग फॉर यू। यू बी हैप्पी
yes,
विद दैट। कोई आकर आपको फेलिसिटेट नहीं करेगा या तो फिर आपको कोई गिफ्ट नहीं देगा। अगर क्लाइंट ने ये कह दिया कि आई एम सीइंग सम रिजल्ट्स आफ्टर योर वास्तु करेक्शंस, just
yes.
be happy for that whatever you have done, and
Great.
show the gratitude to the god, because
Hmm.
he is the one who is giving you the knowledge, he is the one who is giving the energy, he is the one who is cleansing you all the time, and updating you with a lot of new things and a lot of new insights. So keep improving yourselves, praying God, do good to the people, don't expect anything from the people and be unbiased for any sort of situation or any sort of, problems of the clients. Be unbiased. Do your work. Results
Yes,
will come automatically. I
yes,
don't say that, magics will happen within a day or two, but over a period of time, it takes some time for few people. It also depends upon the karma of that particular person. But
yes.
otherwise, in my practice of this 14 years of journey, I've seen people have got results in 2 hours also, two
Yes,
hours,
yes,
and there
yes.
are few people who have got results after 1 year.
1 year.
So it all
Okay.
depends upon their karma also. Karma should also support them in order
Support
to
them.
get good results for their home or their life.
I'll come to the karma question. I have one beautiful question related to karma. We'll come back to it later. Here,
Sure.
I want to ask you, begin with Feng Shui products. Like you started with the Feng Shui products, then you distributed those products to different people. So now, slowly, Feng Shui is also still popular, and now Vastu has also taken over everything around us. So recently, now I see in internationally also in many countries, people have started believing in Vastu, even though it is an maybe countries like UAE, there the Vastu is becoming very, very popular. Why do you think the people from other countries have also started believing in it? And how Feng Shui and Vastu are different, or is it the same? How do both complement each other?
I mean, it's a very good question. I appreciate your question because this confusion is there among all the people, especially people who train themselves or maybe who call themselves as a Vastu consultants, from the last 4 years. Why I mentioned 4 years? Because most of the people have learned during their COVID period. So this was the, like, a little break for those people from their regular works and regular routine.
And after COVID, the online thing boomed and it made very feasible for everybody to
Yes,
learn.
absolutely, very feasible to everyone. So see, feng shui is different, and of course our traditional vastu or the modern or the scientific vastu what we are following, that is different. Both of them are having equal importance. I'll tell
Yes.
you because since I'm in this industry unofficially, maybe 20 to 25 years, because that point of time I was into Feng Shui and I know about Feng Shui. Now I'm not doing Feng Shui, and there are reasons. I would like to
Because
highlight
not
certain
many
reasons.
people are able to differentiate between Feng Shui and Vastu. Why is that confusion?
See, the confusion is like, the elemental theory, what we follow in Vedic Vastu, the elemental theory in Feng Shui is little bit of different. Okay.
Yes.
When we call air element in the Vedic Vastu, the air element is the northwest direction, which people knows about it clearly.
But
But
in
when
Feng
it
Shui, it
comes
is the
to
east, which we refer as air element.
exactly, Feng Shui. And the same concept has been adopted by few of the companies in the industry now who are following the same procedure. See, ultimately a result matters. No matter you treat this as an air element or the space element, a
Yes,
result matters. So, as per my observation, the boom of the Feng Shui is no more in India at least. The reason
yes,
is the quality of the products. What I was, selling those days was different,
hmm,
and it used to work. Those products used to work. Now it is all duplicate, and
yes, because
they're just preparing with the mud and they paint it and they give it to you, and
hmm,
that doesn't work.
that
And
doesn't.
there was a process of energizing the remedies also those days. We used to energize with crystals, or maybe we used to energize with the om bells. That is how we
Yes,
used to give to the clients. But nobody is following those procedures now. Now everybody is crazy about all colors, color tapes, and all those things. But Vastu is vast, and there are several remedies. There are different modalities, there are different ways of balancing the energies. Vastu is all about balancing the energies of our house as well as the balancing of the five elements, which are the Panch Mahabhutas. If you know the logic of this, because I would like to mention one more important point. Like, I am also an aromatherapist.
yes,
Because so these aroma essential oils, we use it for balancing Vastu energies. Okay. I am talking in a basic level Vastu energies, but indirectly I am trying to tell you that we are balancing the Devta energies. Okay.
yes, yes,
So we are creating the Devta's oils also to balance, because we need to understand the Devta first. Understand the Devta position, which position they are in. They are in Pisach Vidhi, outer periphery of our house, or
Right.
maybe Manushya
Manusya
Vidhi
Vidhi,
or Manav Vidhi. So
Manaviti.
where they are residing actually, and what is the degree for them? Is
You
it 11
pointed out
degree?
the Vedic Shastra point you have pointed out, Arihant sir, यहाँ पे. The thing is, what people see now, YouTube is flooded with so many information about Vastu. People know direction. People even know the gridding of the Vastu these days with different type of software. But what they are not aware of is this Devta placements which you referred. So in that way, the Vastu becomes deep. It's not only related to the 16 zones, but the Devtas residing behind those 16 zones actually play uh, a major impact at the energy level of a place.
Correct.
So how does that Devta energy affect the 45 Devta fields affect in a house? Like nowadays, it's a flat system. It's around somebody living in a 1200 square feet or 500 square feet or 2000 square feet. How does the energy work in that smaller space?
See, let's assume there are 10 people in a family with a different
Mm,
age groups. Okay.
mm,
So morning, afternoon, or in the night.
mm.
So we feed them. We give them the breakfast, we give them the lunch, we give them the dinner. Depends upon their food capacity, depends upon their age factor. They
Yes,
take their food accordingly. Likewise, for our devtas also, we have to feed. We have to
yes,
feed. There are several things to feed our 45 devtas. But if you are not aware of anything and you don't have any time to read those shastras, you put one uh, pan ka patta, betel leaf,
betel leaves.
one betel leaf and a little bit of sugar or maybe the food whatever you cooked for that particular day, and if you know the placement of devta, you put there, you offer something, that devta will definitely be pleased and the devta will definitely give you the blessings. Okay, I'm not asking you to read the entire shastras for this particular thing, but it's very small remedy which you can do on daily basis, because I've seen so many people when they watch my videos or when they interact with me or when they come for the training and all, they come up with a problem and I tell them the solution. Do one thing, you take a betel leaf and you do this. Today, if you have prepared some kind of curry or some yellow rice or something, you put little rice on that leaf, that is enough. And you just pray honestly that whatever you wanted. You are not, it is not mandatory that you should know about that devta attributes, what it will give, why it will give. You don't need to know all those things. Let's assume you are not aware of that Devta's placement also. Still, that is okay. Now, where to put? At
Where to
the
put?
entrance of your house. At the entrance of your
If a
house.
layman who doesn't know anything about Vastu or zones or Devtas, he's just watching, we both talking in the podcast. If that person wants to apply the remedy which you have shared, where does that person put?
The best direction would be at the entrance.
At
Inside
the
the
entrance.
house, right hand side one, left hand side one, two betel leaves, and offerings of that particular day, whatever it could be. If you have nothing, you put little sugar or little good, that is also okay. And if possible, try to lamp a diya every day. So that works like a booster. That
And this
works like
can be
a
done
booster.
by everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody, if you do daily, and I'm not giving you over expectations, but people have
Yes,
seen results in 2 days.
2 days. So
People have
here is
seen
the
results in
remedy
2
for
days.
you all who's watching this. Please do this, try this, and share your results in the comments. I will definitely pass on the comments to Mr. Aryan sir. And one more thing, nowadays it's only all flat culture, apartment culture. People finding it very difficult to choose the flats because of the cuts, extension, and the layout of the architectural designs. Nowadays it is more that the builder builds a society thinking that it should look beautiful so that they can attract clients or customers. And I've also seen many builders promising that it's a Vastu compliant flat, but when we go there, that rule is compromised. So how
Correct.
does flat Vastu taking it? Is it easy for somebody to find a flat, or is it how difficult it is to find a flat these days?
See, once upon a time, I will not take you that much longer, but at least 10 years back, at least 10 years back, people were not having proper knowledge on Vastu. There
Yes,
was a traditional system what people used to follow, and there was a demolition concept. There was a too much of demolition concept those days,
yes,
and the awareness was less that point of time. Why? Because the digital marketing was
was
not
not there.
there,
Yes,
and in fact, the YouTube has came into life in 2009 or 2010, but people started using it in a decent manner from 2011 and 2012, 13 and 14. It is aggressively, right?
Aggressive. And last four
So
years, it is it
yes,
is
it's
expanding
like,
at a very higher rate,
boom. Yeah.
exponential rate. Yes.
Then when they were not having this awareness, whatever limitations or whatever the people, the consultants were available that point of time, maybe they used to charge some X figure or Y figure, they used to call them and they used to do that.
Yes.
But now you cannot really do all those things in a flat nor even a independent or villa,
Independent house. Yes.
because everywhere there is a concept called government permissions. There are limitations. See,
Limitation. Even
if I
society limitations is also there
yes,
nowadays.
society limitations. If I'm a builder and if I need some kind of, approvals for my construction of this particular project, I have to go according to the rules and regulations of the government, and government will not get into this Vastu and the architecture level. They only look at into the safety prospects. Like, can
Safety
an
process.
ambulance enter into the apartment? Can
Yes.
a fire station enter into the apartment?
Is it
So,
ample
setback,
parking available for
yes,
the residents? All
setbacks are
those things.
available or not, fire extinguishers, everything is placed or not. This is what the government looks at it. And once the plan is submitted for the approval with the proper layout, with the layout of a basic layout of a, the flat or maybe the structure, the builder cannot change it. Okay, there
Yes.
comes the complications. And I would like to give you certain examples, especially if you look at Maharashtra, Pune, Nashik, and few areas of Bangalore, and you Delhi and all these areas, no, they do a replica, I mean, a mirror houses. Mirror
Yes.
houses means if this person is having a southwest entrance,
The
mirrors
other
means
person
the
will
northwest entrance.
northeast. Huh. Yes.
Northwest entrance. So likewise, there are so many mirrored, structures which are happening. Why? Because builder wants money for each and every square feet. I
But
mean,
here
he's
I
fixed
want to
for it.
say that if we look at cities like Hyderabad or Chennai, the flat system is much different from the cities which you had mentioned. I've personally seen few apartments in Hyderabad which are actually Vastu compliant and they don't have anything in the center. Center is very clean in most of the
Yes.
flats which I've seen. But when we see in the metros like Kolkata, Delhi, or Mumbai, or even in fact for Bangalore, there is always one wall or a two wall or a common toilet coming in the
The
center, the
center.
Brahmasthana of the house.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Still, that's what I'm saying. I still appreciate the people, the builders in, at least Telangana and, Andhra. They are giving ample of space in the Brahmasthana, a little space in the northeast direction, and they are doing little basic things. See, I'll tell you one thing for people who are watching this video and all your followers or maybe the builders who are into this particular business, you follow certain things. Only thing is you give a proper positioning for the current meter inside the house. I'm not talking about the entire apartment.
Yes.
Entire apartment, I'm not talking. I'm talking about each and every individual flat. You give the current meter positioning at least nearby the southeast, because southeast will be a kitchen. We cannot go into the southeast and operate it. At least the hall, in the hall, there is a southeast corner. You do the placement there, and you give a proper ventilation and air facility in the northeast direction, and make sure that there is no opening in the south direction or the southwest direction, like windows, balconies, because nowadays balconies have become fashion.
For fashion, yes.
Everybody is giving balconies in the southwest
And
direction.
also the French doors.
French doors. So these are the common things what everybody is following now. And because of this, if you look at the cases, what we are getting on daily basis, there are huge. And if you see the social media, and if you type something about, Vastu or something, there are some thousands and thousands of videos which are there on each and every topic. Because now everybody is, would like to upgrade themselves with the knowledge, and they wanted to create the awareness on the Vastu. That is the reason people are still trying to give or maybe educate people, but there are very few people who are actually following it. Five elements concept, everybody knows it, right? So if we are having a proper water facility, fire facility, or maybe the current meter, or maybe the kitchen position, and the backup of your, inverter, or maybe the generator, or whatever it is, and the heaviest things which is in your master bedroom and Brahmasthana empty. At least if you follow basics of this particular things, 45 to 50% Vastu is followed. Rest all, it depends upon the positioning of the entrance. Because why I always say positioning is very, very important for the entrance is, none of our houses are exactly aligned to the north degree 360.
Yeah, it is
on
not aligned, and
80,
we
20 or
always
90.
see the entrances in the northeast corner or the southeast corner or the southwest corner.
They're always tilted towards the north or
Yes,
tilted towards the southeast direction.
yes.
So when these challenges are there, you should visualize, if my property supposed to be like this, but it is like this, understand that it is not one direction which is moving. The
All
entire
the
cycle
directions.
is moving.
Yes.
So that time there is a huge possibility
That
a
is when
workflow can come
common
in
people
southwest direction.
that is when common people get confused. We bought a east facing house, but our entrance is southeast. We bought a north facing house, but we now see that entrance is northeast. That's when
Absolutely.
this problem is coming.
There are several cases which I have seen where they feel that this is a south toilet or maybe the southwest toilet, because of the compass or the degrees tilted. The toilet is coming exactly at the southwest direction, and I could see the problems related to the southwest, which is the relationship as well as the skills or the financial crunches. I could literally see in their house. So
Yes.
this is the maximum things which are happening, and see, first of all, there has to be a proper guidance one, or maybe people should afford a little money and invite the vastu consultants, take their suggestions or maybe take their guidance in order to, because house is where we live, the next generation lives, the next generation lives, it should carry forward. It is not like it should end up with
And
one
anybody, like in
generation.
a country like India, anybody has invested huge. Nowadays, none of the properties are less than 1 CR, or if a lavish bungalow, the list is endless to 10 CR or 15 CR also people are buying the house. But when they have spent hard-earned money, their lifelong earnings, many people, they they start saving from the early years to build their dream house. But when
Correct.
this flat system and the degrees tilting, they are not aware, they invest in a wrong property.
Absolutely.
So this awareness for the builders to make a Vastu compliant property, at least in the major directions, as you pointed out that the electric meter should be in the right thing. What I have observed in my practice of 4 years is when we enter a house, it is on the entrance itself, the electric meter is done, irrespective of any direction, whether it is
Direction.
southeast,
True.
northeast, or anything. So those things can be avoided with the builder awareness.
Absolutely, because there has to be some kind of basic format or a basic template, which if they can follow, that will not only help the people who are purchasing the property, but that will also will help them in selling the properties,
Selling the
because
properties, yes,
I've seen so many people who have developed a very good project and they are unable to sell the properties because there are some vastu doshas in that. I would like to highlight a area called, the state called Gujarat. If you go to Gujarat and Gandhinagar, you can see many commercial complexes on the main road on the highways.
yes,
They are like abandoned places. There is no one, not even a security guard. Buildings look beautiful, but there are so many such vastu doshas because I myself worked on 4 or 5 bungalows, very very big, very big commercial
yes,
complexes where there was no security guard also there because the Brahmasthana was disturbed that particular
yes.
area.
Mm.
Likewise, there are so many people, so many places and so many bungalows or commercial spaces on the highway itself. I'm not talking inside somewhere else.
Yes,
I'm talking about the highway, new buildings. And whenever you get a chance, you observe in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, in those areas, you can see a lot of things. But if they have such kind of basic awareness, if they can follow certain things, then definitely it will be easy for them to sell their property, or maybe it is easy for them to give the lease to the
yes,
other people, and the people whoever is going to come there, they live happily. See,
yes,
ultimately, if they are happy, they will give you rent on time
yes,
happily. But
yes,
if they are suffering and they will not be able to pay you, and you are also suffering just because of this, because that vastu dosha will not only impact the renter but also the owner.
honor. Yes. You rightly pointed out this point because not many people believe that it is a science and it works and it is purely a science. There are a lot of people who think it is they relate to spirituality, religion, and other things that. But I see a lot of people across religion practicing this Vastu, and they are very particular about Vastu. Nowadays, I see people who are moving to rent also coming to me that we are shifting for rent. We want to. So the
Absolutely.
awareness is increasing, of course, but the right awareness and the guidance is the need of the hour because there are a lot
Absolutely
of
right.
people who scare them that there is a toilet in the northeast, something will happen, you cannot live in this house. The center is disturbed, you cannot live in this house. So, I mean, to a person who has invested his 1 crore in a property, and if they come to a Vastu person and they scare like this, that is not a right practice to be followed. How it can be improved by practitioners who are doing Vastu, not to scare people.
See, basically, first thing is, as I mentioned, the builder or maybe the realtors should have the awareness of Vastu. First point.
Yes,
Second point is, as I told you, the awareness of Vastu have increased a lot nowadays because
yes,
I have many clients who are Christians and Muslims also. Nowadays,
yes,
even they are following. Reason is, after looking at their family situation and the awareness what is created by a lot of experts like us on the YouTube, so now they are approaching us, right? So it will not take much time, hardly one phone call, you share the plan and you do the analysis and you tell sir whether it is available or not. To tell you one thing, we have started one separate team called RMD, Remote Map Desk, from our company
okay,
Occult King. This team, what they will do is, we will give service for free of cost. Okay, for these
okay,
kind of people. Let's say you are planning to purchase one property and you are not aware if the property is absolutely fine with the Vastu or maybe problems with the land energies.
London,
So
okay,
what our team will do is, they will take the plan, they will put it on the paper and they with the help of dowsing tools, they douse the plan and they will
plan,
let you know what is the structural level problems, cuts, extensions, or maybe the entrance problems. Because customer need not to give us anything. The
yes,
technology has grown such a way, because this can be a eye opener to all our viewers. See, technology has grown in such a way
yes,
that by sitting here, if you send me your house location, I can take the degree of your house.
yes,
Okay.
and
And you
prepare the
share me
plan.
the plan. With the help of the degree, I put it in the plan and I can see what is the structure of your house, and if there is any cuts, extensions, or maybe what is the entrance, whether it is a positive or negative,
Yes,
and where are the toilets coming up, and what is the energy of your land, whether it is meeting the expectations of the Bowie scale of minimum energy of 6,500 units, or if anything is less than that. Likewise, we can dig into the till the devatas level. So people, whoever is watching, whoever is in need of our help, we are always there. It's free of cost. We are already helping them. At least we get 4 to 5 plans a day, especially Saturdays and Sundays. We get 20 to 27 of plans, wherein we are giving the guidance to them. And if anybody is requesting for the remedies, we are also providing the remedies. And we are sending them the courier. And if they want any physical presence, because since I have students all over the world, wherever is possible, I'm sending my students there in order to do the installation. So creating an awareness, yes, we are already there and we are already doing that. If anything else is whichever is required, we are always there to help any people in anywhere of our country.
that's why nowadays we see architects and interior designers have also started to learn Vastu, because whosoever comes to them, they say we need a Vastu person. That is the importance of Vastu in the present time.
Correct. It's not only the builders and architects nowadays. I have taken one training batch in Bombay. The specialty of that batch is only interior designers.
Only interior
Okay,
designers.
only interior designers. I'm not aware who was coming, but the entire batch itself was interior designers. Now, why? Because this also plays a very important role.
Yes,
Nowadays, coloring is one thing. After coloring, now everybody is crazy about the interior part, and now nobody is having windows. On windows, everybody wants blinds, and
blinds.
that to
Yes,
their family photographs, and maybe some kind of cartoons or some kind of the God's photographs or God pictures. So nowadays, even these people are more interested or inclined for Vastu, because they can suggest or guide their client in a much better way, because
mm,
this is actually the interior is a, I can say this is the second part of the Vastu category. Why?
yes,
Because let's say, I'll give an example. There is a improper structure of your house. Okay.
yes.
I have to balance it.
Mm.
I can balance with the help of wardrobe
Interior.
colors also.
Yes, yes. So colors
And
play a very important role,
very
which many
important.
people not aware. They spend huge amount, lavish amount in the interior, according to their favorite colors. Like mostly we have bedrooms, master bedrooms in the southwest, and they most of the people, 80% of the people have favorite color as blue. They end up doing blue color in the southwest.
Correct.
So they are not aware of those color balancing. How does color play an important role according to Vastu principle? Can you
Yes, it's a
explain?
very good question. See, colors have definitely, very important and major role in each and every individual life and
Mm.
also in Vastu. Why? Because
Yes,
usually in Vastu, what we say is southwest direction, as per our,
earth, earth
modern,
element. Yes,
modern Vastu or the Vedic Vastu, we call it as a earth element.
earth element.
And in
Yes.
earth element, we don't recommend the air element, which is a green color, which creates a, some kind of clashes between a wife and husband.
Mm.
Feng Shui says that you can have red color or pink color in southwest, but
Southwest. Yes,
in those cases also I have seen where people are having clashes. People were divorced also actually.
yes.
Okay. So likewise,
And
if
as you
the
pointed out,
family,
the big balconies in Southwest.
yes,
So there also people have a lot of liking for plants, and they put lot of plants in their
that is the
Southwest
biggest mistake
balconies.
what people are doing nowadays. Very big mistake. See, they can opt it for sit out, they can opt it as a dry balcony, they can opt it for something else, but not for the plants at
Just
all.
last week, one of my clients, they said, "Ma'am, how can I not put plants? I love plants." And they have a full balcony which is covering from south to southwest, a big balcony.
See, after watching this video, people can say that, I have a big balcony, I'm having green color, still I don't have any relationship problem. You might see some those kind of
Yes,
viewers also putting the comments. I'll tell you the reason also. See, every person's DNA is different.
yes,
Okay. That particular person DNA is matching up with green color.
hmm,
So that green color is not harming him. Or
yes.
maybe their
But that
relationship.
too also at one point of time, it will definitely create problems. Maybe their
100%.
time is presently, it is good. Their charts are favorable. That's why the green color is not
True,
affecting them.
absolutely true. That is also important. See, that's why what we or my students generally, suggest every client is that don't go for bifurcation of colors. You go for
Mm.
a one single color in all the
Neutral color.
rooms. And what
Yes,
we prefer, white, half white, beige color,
beige
yellow
color,
color, or lemon yellow color.
lemon
So
yellow.
these are the 4 or 5 colors what we suggest. Other than that, specifically there are few people for, especially for duplex and triplex, they say that, I want this color for my, kids bedroom. I want this
Yes,
color for my master bedroom. Then what we do is we check those colors combination with the help of dowsing tools, and we will see what exactly their DNA requires that particular room. So
mm.
we go likewise. I mean, it's a special cases. The same color may not be applicable for all the people. We have to go on case by case
Yes, yes,
separately.
yes.
Then we will guide them what exactly which color is suitable for them.
So this means that whosoever is listening to some remedies or something on the internet, they just follow. Like for example, the green scenery, which is very popular to put in the north for opportunities and other things as per the Vastu principles. But that also may not suit everybody. The same principles apply.
See, that's a very good point you have raised actually today. I would like to clear, the myths of the green, lush green poster, what the myth has been created in
Yes,
most of the consultants as well as the internet.
because I
See,
have removed that painting and got results in many places just by removing that one painting.
absolutely true. I will tell you one thing, the same green, lush green poster, it's not mandatory that you put it in the north direction. You put it in the west direction also, you will get the results. Only thing is, you should understand for what good reason you are placing the poster and what is the degree and what is the devta you are placing. Why?
Placing.
Because I'll just give an example. In the north direction color is blue color. Entire
Yes,
it's a water
yes,
element.
water element. Yes,
But the Devata in the north direction at 360 degrees, the Devata name is Soma.
Soma.
Okay.
Yes,
But Soma color is red.
yes,
I've placed myself also in my house. There is some red color thing there. I'm getting the benefits. Okay. With the red color.
the
In
red
fact,
color.
for north direction, red is anti.
Yes,
Only thing is you should know
where
where to
the
catch hold of the which nerve so that that gives you the result.
results.
That
Yes.
is really important. I mean, I would like to go in detail with the same concept. If you permit me for another two
Yes,
minutes, the
definitely.
same
Please go
topic.
ahead. Please go
Yeah,
ahead. We are here to create awareness, which people are not aware because people are selling only remedies which is of no use to them and they end up
exactly.
getting problems.
I will add another point in the same concept of remedies what you mentioned. Nowadays, like, there are several people giving their remedies, selling their remedies, doing their trainings and selling their remedies and all. They're giving the guidance also. I've seen people, in spite of marking that, you place this remedy as this particular location, because of lack of awareness, the same remedy has been installed in a different location.
Yes, because they say
This is
that
a major challenge.
यहाँ पे window है, जगह नहीं है, तो हमने side में लगा दी. That's what client comes back. When we have
So,
marked the place to put it in a particular place, it has to be there only. So what is the repercussion if it goes little bit 5 degrees here and there? Can you explain?
say for every problem, for every devta, if the devtas are at the outer periphery at the Pisach Vidhi, the degree will be 11.25 degrees.
Yes,
Simple
yes,
calculation.
yes,
So, sir, how will I know that what is my 11.25 degree? How many feet? Simple calculation. 11.25 degrees multiplied by 8, which
yes,
gives you
yes,
some value.
yes,
You divided it by 8. Okay. Let's say your east direction wall is about 25 feet. 25 feet divided by 8 you do, approximately you will get some 2 or 2.5 feet.
yes, yes,
So within the range of 2 and 2.5 feet, if you install, you will get Devata. It's
yes,
the same Devata what you are giving the remedy. But if you
yes,
are installing somewhere else, some other Devata can be activated, or
yes.
maybe that Devata which is active can become inactive also.
Inactive also.
Right.
Yes,
So this area is 11.25. And there are few internal Devtas. The internal Devtas range is little more, like 18 degrees.
yes,
Same calculation. East wall, 25 feet divided by this thing, by 18. Whatever the feet which is coming, in that feet you can approximately
yes,
put the remedy. Likewise, there are step-by-step procedures. It's not like, I have given you a remedy of north direction and you thought that, that can be placed in the south direction also and you're placing in south direction. That won't happen. Those miracles will not happen.
yes.
First thing is, Panch Mahabhutas of Vastu is different, and Panch Mahabhutas or the elements of Devtas are different, which
Devdas
most
different.
of the people are not aware. Now, looking at the Shakti Chakra, looking at the colors, they are thinking that this is the color, maybe this is the element of the Devta. No, it's not like that.
No,
In
Devta color is
Shastras,
different from the element color.
exactly. Devta colors are different. Devta's metals are different. Devta's, directions are different. There are a lot of things you have to go into the minute level. Then only you will be able to provide a proper resolutions. It is nothing but diagnosing a problem.
Yes,
Proper diagnosis should be done in order to provide the remedy. See, without diagnosis, how will you give any sort of treatment for the patient?
yes. You're
That
also,
diagnosing
I
capacity.
saw one ad about your upcoming course. Can you tell us about, if those people who are watching this, if they want to learn and make a career in this, how does your residential course help them?
Definitely. See, every year we do two Vastu Yatras. Every year we do two Vastu Yatras, but this is the year we have done three Vastu Yatras and we are doing the fourth Vastu Yatra in November now. So the course starts from 11th of November to 15th of November. And the check-in dates, because it is a residential training in Hyderabad, the check-in date is 10th of November. So what we are teaching is, we are teaching the basic, advanced, and the difference between the scientific Vastu as well as Vedic Vastu. And most importantly, we are teaching a tool called Lecker antenna. In all over India, if you see, the Lecker antenna is being taught for 1 day, 2 days, and 3 days. That to all basics.
Basics, yes.
Okay. Lecker antenna was never treated as a professional subtle energy tool.
But it's a
Rather,
very important tool. It helps us
yeah,
diagnose so many things in a particular land.
correct. Rather, they promote it as a dosing tool only, not beyond that. So now, what I've done is, with the help of my, practice, I've made certain frequencies for the biology body, and most importantly, I've made certain frequencies for the 45 devtas, which is the highlight of this course. Any plan you get, you take the Lecker antenna and the frequencies, whatever I mentioned, you put the frequency, whether if it is resonating on that particular property, which means
Yes,
the Devta is absolutely right. So
right.
you need not to go to any site. So that is the Lecker antenna concepts which you are going to learn. And the course actually starts with a little basics and moves on with the 45 Devtas, in-depth 45 Devtas, like,
If anybody who
whatever
doesn't
we
know
have discussed.
anything about Vastu, and that person decides by seeing your ad or something for by this podcast also, and if they want to join, they can do. No need of
They
any
can they can
qualification,
they
any
can
degrees.
definitely join the course. For that, they require basic Vastu of my concept itself. For them, I'm going to give the pre-recorded videos to them. So before coming to the class, they can
They
watch
can.
all the pre-recorded videos and they can get the knowledge, because the basic knowledge of some other person or some other institute will not match my requirement. My teachings are different, my methods are different, my remedies are
Yes.
different. So that is the reason I give all the basic recordings to them. They can watch and come back. So this is a day one. Day two, we start with the 45 devtas, in-depth detailing of 45 devtas. What are the symbols of 45 devtas, colors, metals of
Yes.
45 devtas, how to map the devtas
Yes.
manually with your own hands, not software. Software, it
Yes.
will do its job, but manually.
Manually.
And then you learn about commercial Vastu, industrial Vastu, factory Vastu, and Astro Vastu, and most importantly, Aroma Vastu. In this
Aroma.
Aroma Vastu, you are going to learn how to
So
prepare.
it's like a all-in-one course,
It's like a
one
comprehensive.
complete.
Yes. Yes. You are going to learn how element oils can be prepared, how east direction, west direction oils can be prepared, how Devtas oils can be prepared. Apart from this, there will be some boosters to give the instant results to their people, or amplify the results of the effects whatever we did. And on fourth day, you are going to have a physical site visit wherein you are going to perform
Visit.
Vastu in one site. One of my clients said maybe it could be commercial, industrial, factory, whatever which comes by that time. You are going to do the remedies with your own hands, and you are going to learn the entire process. Like, once you step into the property, most of the people will become blank. I've seen many
Yes.
people. They don't know where to start. Whether they have to take the plan, whether they have to see physically, whether they have to check with the tools, energy vastu, they are not aware.
Because in
They just
Vastu,
plan.
learning is different and practical implementation is altogether
Exactly.
different.
So that will be there on the day four. And day five, it is going to be like mock training. This is the highlight. And in fact, we are doing it for the first time, this mock training, because since it is a Acharya course, we are going to train you as per your, body language, personality development. And we will also make, as a teams, one person will become your client and one person will become your consultant. He will come up with the problems. So we will look at the conversation,
Conversation.
how how they are talking, what kind of questions they are asking, how they are probing, how they are drilling into the root cause.
Root cause.
So this practice also we are doing this time, so
He's
that
very,
this
very
will be
interesting. And all those people who are watching, please reach out to him if you are interested to learn and become an Acharya of Vastu and start practicing. Practicing is secondary. First, start the changes from your own house, because the change begins from yourself. First, you can correct your house. And then when you see the results, you will obviously be tempted to take it as a professional practice. So thank you, Arihant, sir, for sharing the details about it. Coming back to the previous question, which I left in between in the beginning, the karma question. A lot of people have a lot of confusions about karma. If we are doing Vastu and we don't get result, and you are telling that your karma also plays an important role, how does this go together? A lot of people cross question regarding this.
they see. I would say, if this statement is being passed by any of the consultant, that his karma is not supporting him, right? I'm sorry to say this. This is the incapability of that particular consultant.
Yes,
Okay. Because for every problem, there is a solution in
there
the
is a
system.
solution. Yes,
Okay. I don't say that, his karma is bad. I can change his karma. I don't say that. But you can definitely reduce the effect of the karma.
definitely. That's when
Yeah.
the people get confused.
That is absolutely incapability, or unawareness of the subject, or the lack of the knowledge of that particular consultant. But otherwise, see, I'll tell you one thing. This is an object. Okay, this is an object. In the front view, you can see only this.
Yes,
But if you go to a 360-degree level, right? If you go to a 360-degree level, there are several angles of this particular object. Likewise, for every problem, there is a 360 degrees angle. And whenever the person comes to us, we have different types of solutions. Like, the the problem is this much, okay, and
yes,
we are failing. That could be a problem with the vastu, okay.
yes.
You don't even believe. You might surprise. The same problem can be solved with the help of a small signature.
Small signal. Yes,
Maybe a small mobile number, maybe a small correction in their name. Since me and my most of the students and my team are experts in Vastu, astrology, and numerology, so we look at the client's problem in all the angles. then there is no concept of karma.
Does
So we can
does
do
a effective does a effective logo design help them improve their Vastu and overall challenges?
110% it will improve, because logos are nothing but the shapes. Indirectly, they are the symbols, they are the cosmic symbols. Like how we have swastika, how we have Om,
Yes,
and the different symbols. Likewise, our logo is also like a symbol which produces energy. No
yes,
matter
yes,
tomorrow you are there or you are not, maybe your team is taking care of it or not. Next time whenever I see, it definitely makes reminds you as well as your company. And whenever we think about that particular service, definitely this logo comes into our mind. So
yes.
this logo will work like an energy machine, which will always producing some kind of positive energy and which brings on clients to you. So this is
So
a
you
really
mean to say
important.
that we have so many tools to improve the problem of the clients, to improve their life, either through logo design, either by correcting a signature, either by doing Vastu or some numerology corrections. So a person is tend to get guaranteed result.
Yes, I would like to share one example of one of the Bangalore case. There are two doctors, wife and husband, two doctors, and they are about 50 plus years of age now, and they are having relationship issues since 17, 18 years. They are not talking each other. They are coming from the same house. They are going to the same clinic in two different cars and two different rooms with a partition. No talks, nothing. So this case came to me, and they have approached several other people, astrologers and all. Most of the people told that it is written in your karma, it will go on like
Yes.
that, xyz things. The same case, it came to me through one of my student. He asked me, sir, can we do anything? I said yes. I've done the analysis of both the profiles, and I could see there is some problems with their mobile numbers. And I told, these mobile numbers will definitely give them the divorce. If they are ready to change their mobile numbers, please approach
Yes.
them. Have a call with me. I'll talk to them. I've explained whatever is there in their life and what can be done. So they agreed for it. And within 1.5 month, the partition which was done in the clinic was removed.
First,
And they are coming to the clinic in one car only now.
I have
So
a similar
other
story
people,
like
what
this.
the other people told, they told it's a karma and it cannot
Correct.
be changed. But see, if you look at the angle, since we have different expertise, we look at the problem in different angles, and sometimes with a very small solution, they get the relief.
If you
That is
permit,
the
I would
great
like to
thing.
share one small case study of mine, which has
Please.
happened again, the karma case. They came to me through somebody's reference. So I already had their trust. So, and I never convince people for anything. Just give the logic. If they are okay to do, it is their choice. If they are not okay to do, their time has not come. So they came to me that 1.5 years, husband and wife were living apart, no communication at all. And people told that now you are on the verge of divorce, nothing, kuch nahi ho sakta. That person was literally going very down. He was not able to concentrate on his office also. So he came to me on August 5th, not even 2 months, if you see, August 5th. So we did few changes in the house. And within 1 week, there was communication initiated from the wife's place, who stays in Mangalore, and their meeting was initiated. This person went to Mangalore. I saw their chat. There was no divorce in the chat. So I confidently told him to do few things before going, and then he went there. They had a conversation. He said, "Ma'am, 4.5 hours of conversation. 3.5 hours was full negative, blaming each other. But I don't know how the things changed in last half an hour. And they were trying to adopt a child for last 4 years, and their turn had not come. It was around 600 something. From 4,000 their number had come to 600, and now after Vastu, within 20 days their number came to 100.
Superb.
And they were like, "Hey, 100." That person called like, "Ma'am, now the case came to 100. Tomorrow is the meeting, and after next week I have to go and meet the government officials for the adoption process. I don't know what will happen tomorrow." Next, the same day when they had the meeting, he called me, "Ma'am, everything fall in place. Now I do not have to worry of the adoption. Just yesterday they signed the adoption deal and they adopted the kids. It's only that magistrate process will take 45 days. Now they are happily living with the baby. Everybody told it's their karma and they cannot be united." And it just happened with few Vastu changes and corrections in their house.
Absolutely right. And I mean, I really appreciate it because, you are getting into the root levels of the problems and you are trying to help in a different angles. This is what I expect, or maybe I expect from the other people or other consultants, that you should look at the problem in all the possible angles. It's not only Vastu all the time, not only astrology all the time, not only the numerology all the time. It sometimes it can be a combination. Sometimes it can be, this science could be little upper hand, or this science could be a little upper hand. Only thing is, you are a person, how you look at that problem and what kind of solution you give, that is important.
Because I
Sometimes.
had told that client, you go without any expectation. Think of the worst and go. Because
Correct.
I knew the worst won't happen. But he was prepared. But when he got the good news, he could not believe.
Yes. That is how
And
miracles happen.
this is one of the big success stories of mine which has just happened. So
Very.
really thankful to the person who has referred, because he has been my client for last 4 years. So I really thank universe for getting me into this profession.
Yes, you have to. Yes.
Share any of your success stories where you felt that, okay, this person, I have really done something good, that by helping this person. Any case, you may have in numerous cases, any case like that where you could relate with that person, because there are few clients with whom we get connected a little bit at an emotional level, or one step further. Any case like that which you would like to share?
So you mean to say the person who has done good and he got results, or the person who has done
The person who
remedies?
was in the worst of the conditions, he came to you, you helped him, and you felt, okay, this is something I have done different for him. I really wanted this person to get results.
See, I would like to share my first case itself when I started my career. Very first
Sure.
case, I was like, some time back we were discussing, when people enter into any of the property, they go blank.
Hmm.
First case, those days, like, aura scanner, what the people are using now, it's about 1 lakh rupees those days, approximately. I don't have money to purchase that. I sold my gold chain and,
Hmm.
some other things to purchase the scanner. That was the first case. I went and catch hold of the scanner. I
Hmm.
went literally blank. I don't know what to do. And the person was in deep trouble that time, very deep trouble. And the major problem was, kitchen was separated from the house, and there were steps in between. And northeast, they have constructed a huge overhead tank. That time, I'm talking about 12, 13 years ago. That time, not having that much of awareness, like, overhead tank will create a problem, because all this time we were looking at the inside the property only. That time we were not having that much of awareness that I should look after outside also for a apartment.
Yes.
That was created. And then I did little bit changes. In fact, he didn't get any results. He was keep on calling me, and he was behind me, like, sir, what happened? What happened? What happened? It was always, somewhere it was pinching me that, I couldn't able to solve his problem. And after 2 or 3 years, he contacted me through Just Dial, because my details were registered in the Just Dial. So that call came to me only. Then when I called, oh, you are the person, no? You came to my house, you did nothing, you took my money, and nothing was happened. So that regret was always there with me. Then one fine day, with all my, what you say, that with all my sorrows, or, with all my this thing, I went to his place. By that time, I gained a lot of other knowledge also
Knowledge.
with
Yes.
my practice. I went there. I told him, sir, I'm ready to accept, whatever was happened earlier. I agree that, I was unable to give you proper results, or expected results at least, and I took money from you. I am ready to repay the money, whatever I took from you. And now I am going to perform free of cost for you with all the remedies, whatever I have planned here. And I would tell you certain changes at the construction, I mean, demolition level. Are you ready to do that? He said, okay. First, he did not listen to me. He didn't give me a chance. Then I requested him, because somewhere it was bothering me each and every day when I was, taking a nap, or eating my food. Somewhere it was bothering me that he didn't get the result. He didn't get the result. Then he agreed, accepted it, and he has given me permission. Trust me, within 11 days, he got the result. So those 2 years or 3 years, what he used to, scold, or, talk about negative to me, or
Everything.
talk about the people that, so and so guy came, he spoiled everything and all. The same person now, he's talking about my good, and he is giving me more references since that day. So this was the experience I will never forget, because people always
But
talk about
thanks to
their
you for
success
sharing
stories.
this, thanks to you for sharing this experience, because not many people on camera would accept that I was not able to give the result. I went back to that client. Not many people would do that. It shows your humbleness and the desire to help that client. And as you said, that he has given so many references till that. So thank you for sharing this experience of yours.
You're welcome. See, we always talk about success stories. We have many such success stories, but we should also talk about the failures because that is how I learned. That
That is
is how
how.
I learned. Those 2 years or 3 years, I might have seen n number of houses, n number of commercial spaces, but somewhere that knowledge definitely helped me since I am doing this profession and I wanted to be honest for my profession.
Yes.
I still take that case as an example for my entire life, and I always tell my students, see, I am not 100% success giver. I also had some failures. Okay, that was the first failure, but there were other failures also where I could able to go back and correct myself and then see what happens. I'll tell you the reason also. Whenever we do certain experiments, now I'm having my own manufacturing unit of all my products. I manufacture essential oils, I manufacture pyramids, I manufacture geopathic rods. There are some other things also now what we do. But when we do the experiments of that items or the remedies, where we do,
Yes.
sometimes we have to place it in the client's place and observe what he's going to give us. There were firebacks also at that time. I went there again, removed that particular remedy and placed some other remedy and came back. They got the result. That is how I prepared my case studies and that is how I prepared my remedies. See, if you don't have any case studies,
Yes.
if you don't have any theory, then you will not be in a situation to do any production. See, copy paste is very easy.
Very easy.
If there is a pyramid, I can measure the pyramid and I can tell the Karegar to prepare a die and I can take lakhs of
Yes.
pyramids printing. That is not the case. The case is how scientifically or how logically that is going to
Logically.
work and what kind of results it can give. Because few people follow copper pyramids, few follow plastic
Yes.
pyramids, and
Yes.
few other follow brass. Because I always prefer brass. I
Brass.
always prefer brass irrespective of the direction. Because I have seen
It's
very
an
good
universal
results.
element and it gives very good results in all the
Yes.
directions. That's what I've also seen.
Yeah, I've seen very good results in with the help of brass than copper. Copper
Yes.
also sometimes I
Copper
see
sometimes
absorbing
it
the
gives.
negative energy and
Yes.
all, it is
Yes.
creating a problem.
It may
So
not suit everybody also according to the
it may
direction.
not suit them. So it's not success all the time. Yes, you should definitely talk about your failures also. That will actually boost you. That will actually, give some kind of caution to you for your future cases also. Like,
Yesterday,
better be
we saw
overconfident.
how the universe aligns. Just 2 days before, I interviewed one person who is the first paranormal Vastu specialist, Mr. Ketsan Talsania. He also started with this insult story, how he
Correct.
was insulted at the place and how that motivated him to do something well. So it's not always success. We should see from the failure. From the failure, if somebody has the courage to get up and prove to the world, not prove to the world, but for himself to gain that self-respect as you went back to that client and gave him that result, those type of stories really makes it a different type of a vastu expert up a par from other people who are in the market.
With the word insult, I would like to share one more experience. When I came into this industry after the Feng Shui part, again started supplying the puja related items.
Hmm.
And people whom I know, they were like, they're good big shots, people who are doing the puja related business and all. They were saying that, sir, you are very happy with the IT company and you are almost getting a lakh of a rupee every month. And there's a pickup and drop facility Saturday, Sunday, and week off. Why can't you be happy with your family? Why you want to get into all those things? There are so many people whose hair has become white color and
Hmm.
they're having too much of experience. The person used one word called "tu to bacha hai." Okay.
Hmm.
Then I said, okay, fine. I don't deny it. Yes, I'm a bacha. I kept quiet. And then since that day, I struggled like anything. You don't believe? The same person is calling me for Vastu. The same person who told me bacha and who discouraged me that you cannot sustain in this industry or you cannot sustain in this city. Now the same person will call me for all his consultation, maybe for his shop, maybe for his house or anything.
Because this
And I
science is
proved
such
myself.
that your result speaks for yourself, nothing else.
Exactly. Now, after that, he was behind me. Sir, I will arrange a cabin for you in my puja store. Will you take consultation from here itself so that the products, whatever you sell, we can do it from our stores itself? I said, sorry, boss, I'm not interested. Okay. Now I have my own setup. I have my own branches which we have opened. We have one branch in Bombay. We have one remote branch in Bangalore. Now we started franchisee mode already. We have already given franchises. We opened one franchise in Hyderabad. We opened one franchise in Chennai, Goa, and on this Navaratri, on the 7th, we are opening one franchise in Bangalore, Elanka.
Amazing, amazing. Wishing you more success. May you open all your branches in all the cities and all the towns and all the villages, because people need this science. It has been a hidden science for long. Now it is spreading, but people are not getting right benefits. Maybe with people like you, this
See,
science
there are
spreads
two things.
many
People
ways.
are not getting right benefits. That is because of the consultant's lack of knowledge or maybe lack of awareness. And point two, the expectations of the clients is too much nowadays. They are expecting as if they are paying money, they want the result the next day. I am
Yes,
paying you money. It's not a product in the market which can be bought at any point of time.
any
No,
point.
there is a process. There is a process for everything. Even people say that, to prepare Maggie, it takes 2 minutes. No, it won't take 2 minutes. It will take more than 2 minutes.
More than 2 minutes.
Prepare a
Yes,
Maggie also, it takes some time. So
yes.
giving you the result will definitely take some time. There has to be a proper diagnosis, first point, proper understanding of the problem, second point, and third, application of the remedies is the third point. Fourth, the positive affirmations of the owners or the people
Honor.
who are staying in the house. That is, if when this all the four
Okay.
things are aligned and they are synchronized, results
Guaranteed
they
results.
get in within a week or 10 days. That's for sure. Only thing is the energies have to be aligned. It could be geo energy or the bioenergy. They
Fine.
have to be aligned properly and should synchronize or resonate. Then the result will come automatically.
Thank you, Mr. Aryanji, for coming here, sharing so many insights and so many misconceptions of the people might have been clear. We will try to bring him more. Sir, I would definitely like to bring you again, because there are so many topics which you can give more clarity about in the future. So thank you so much for spending your time for us.
Definitely, whenever you need, please do let me know. I'm there for you, and we will definitely meet. And if you would like to highlight any other topics in our next episode, please do let me know. We can definitely talk with the examples of the case
Example,
studies so
because
that
people
we
need
can give
awareness. They don't need
example.
remedies. They need awareness. Remedies are secondary.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste
Thank
and thank you.
you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this wonderful podcast. Do implement the changes or the simple suggestions suggested by Aryanji, because these simple changes can make big difference to your life. And keep watching our podcast and give your comments and feedbacks in the comment section.